So at this point, I'm enrolled in a Catholic school in downtown LA, St. Thomas the Apostle, and I used to love going to church, right? Like I was a devout Catholic and I believed in it. And that's where I met the fucking priest. It was during a confession session. I was taught that we needed to confess all our sins. So I went to confess, and as I'm confessing, I can clearly see that this priest is getting an erection. And I remember, like, I was like, what the fuck? So I end up leaving the confession and I ran home, right? And I was just like so confused, like, what the fuck? At the time I was already experimenting with girls, and that's what I was in a sense confessing about. And a few days later, or about a week later, he starts showing up at my fucking house, right? Like I said, we were known in the church, and I went to that private school, so it was easy access for him. At the time, my grandmother was really, really sick, in and out of the hospital. So he started offering to buy food for my grandmother, right? And my grandmother would be so like grateful at the fact that there was a priest coming to the house. And I remember he would say, I'm gonna take him with me, and that's when the abuse began to take place. Like the abuse began to take place on these car rides to get food. I remember being so confused and wondering, like, what the fuck? Like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Because the abuse that happened at an early age opened the door for me to continue to get abused by these fucking pedophiles. And like I said, I was told to be quiet by my older brother and like not talk about it. So it got really, really fucking confusing, and the abuse went on for an extensive period of time. Eventually I fucking snapped, right? So throughout this time, like, I started smoking weed, right? I began experimenting with weed, and weed gave me the courage to stop the fucking abuse, right? The reason I say that it's because on one of those moments, one of the times that I was like super high, I fucking said enough is enough, and I said, don't fucking touch me, and I slammed the fucking car door. I slammed that car door so fucking hard that the fucking window fucking shattered. And that's when I was able to fucking speak up and in a sense stop the abuse. There's more to come. Like, I want to share with you guys because I want you guys to know that you're not alone. So part 3.